Hello, my beautiful friends. Happy Monday. I am so glad to see you. You guys, I have a bunch of fun stuff for you today, and so I'm really excited about it. Let's get the Zoom going here. It is Monday. That means it's new release Monday. That means we're headed into a new week. That means we are blessed with another week. Welcome. My name's Beth, Ruffled Daisy creator, where I help you craft your story, craft your life, and we do it together. We put meaning behind all of the things that we do. So I'm so excited you're here. Please let me know when you hop on because I would love to tell you hello. Let me just brighten my camera up just a little bit so we can see what's going on. Okay, you guys, how was your weekend? How was your weekend? Let's see. Hello, Cheryl. How are you? All right, I have a lot of stuff to show you. I have stuff that I've spray painted because we're going to Mod Podge some stuff. This is an older item, older as in like just a couple weeks. I have some new pieces to show you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So many cool things. So I'm gonna just dive right in. Well, let me show you the new pieces. Well, let me just do this. So these were released a few weeks ago. Um, these were released a few weeks ago. So here's this one. Okay. It's not white. I just spray painted them white. Okay. But that shows you kind of how they look. You see these? And I was going to foil these. Aren't these gorgeous with just the white and the brown, you guys? I love that. Hey, Roxy, I was going to foil these, but I think I got this scrapbook paper and I'm in love. I got this from Amazon. Look at this scrapbook paper. Is that not gorgeous? Um, ooh, so we have two of each size. Getting ready for summer, cleaning. Oh my goodness, that's what I need to do. These are gorgeous. You know the big picture frames, the big window frames like this? How pretty would that be with your flowers in the background of it? That would be so pretty. So let's see what colors or what things they have in here. So there's two of this one. Two of this one. Let's see. And the backs are the same, okay? They're double-sided. This is gorgeous. That's so gorgeous. Hello, Marissa. This one's gorgeous. So this is like a watercolor floral set. You have two of those. Look at this one. Oh my goodness, I love that. Oh, while I'm looking at these, if you are in the VIP group, our Zoom paint night is tonight. I loaded the instructions and the tracer in there for everyone. So make sure you grab that. Look how pretty these are. Hi, Joanna. So good to see you. This one is gorgeous. That one's pretty. Oh my goodness. These are all such pretty, beautiful watercolor papers. Look at that if you love blue. Oh my goodness. We are going to put some of these behind our tiles that I just showed you. So we're going to do that. But I'm going to show you what. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Let's see what that looks like behind one of these. Let's see what that one looks like. So you would be able to see the colors. Wouldn't that be so pretty? Oh my goodness. That's what we're going to do. Good morning, Mary. Peeking in from work. I'm glad you're peeking in because I got some fun stuff to show you. All right. So the new stuff, this is a secret project for something else. So I need to put that out of the way. Thank you. Thank you. I wish these were my watercolorings. I didn't do them. They're just scrapbook paper that I grabbed from Amazon. But you guys, I'm in love. I love all of those, every single one of them. I seriously think they're all my favorite. So we're going to be using those. It is paper from Amazon. Yep. All right. So we have a couple things going on here. We have two adorable little ant and daisy pieces. So here's one. Y'all know I love the ants. I love the daisies. So here's one. This is adorable. So we're going to put this one together. And then this is another one that we're going to put together because you're going to want to be able to see how this one goes together. But there are lots of little pieces on this one. You guys, this is 10 and this is 12. Okay. $10, $12. Um, this one has lots of little pieces, but we're going to put it together. I'm super excited about the little ants. We talked about ants last week, and so many of you grabbed the ants that were in the shop last week, and some of them are being cut as we speak. And so I'm super excited to get those out to you. All right. One of you guys, excuse me, one of our dear followers here on the page, she's like, she saw these somewhere. Not these exact ones, but she saw some little hanging bird, um, like hanging bird things, cages, whatever, not really cages. But we are going to put these together now. So I'm going to show you how it goes together, but just so you know, before we get started, you have two birds that are going to sit together. And do you see that little notch in there? So you also have a little notch in your wood pieces. Okay. And so it's going to sit down in there like a bird. Look how adorable it is. You guys, we are going to paint these, and you have wings for each one. Okay, so it's double-sided, so you can hang it. It can spin, it can turn. Now, you can put these outside only if they are covered, because these are not going to be weather resistant, weatherproof, because this is MDF. Okay, so you're not, even if you seal it, it's probably not going to last. So you can put them outside as long as they're covered on a porch, anything like that. But we're going to go ahead and paint them today. So you have 3 different style birds and then 3 different wings. Okay. Perch. That's the word, the perch. All right. I think we're going to use watercolors. I think we're going to pick some colors, and let's pick one of our watercolor papers and do a couple different birds here. There were a couple watercolor pages. Let's use this one. Oh, that's what we're going to do. Watch it, Nova. Sorry. You know, if you're down here, you're usually in my way. Sorry, baby. All right. So I put all of my stuff in a little tote because I was going to paint outside with you guys today. But then it started getting a little bit windy, and now I don't see the leaves moving at all. And so we probably could have crafted outside today, but oh well. All right, let's put our little perches together. We're going to use just this on all the birds. Okay. We might put some in the green area. We might put some in the pink area. We might put some in the blue area. We're just going to have fun and create the birds. Now, because I'm going to be using, aren't these so cute? Is it chilly there in Woodstock? It is a beautiful day here. It's an absolutely beautiful day here. So I'm excited. It's going to be a beautiful week. It's going to be an absolutely amazing week here. So, because I'm going to put scrapbook paper over these, you do have a little eye that's etched on each one, and that's going to be covered up. Okay. Just know that it's going to be covered up. Let's see. So, you got to make sure you do the right sides because you want them to sit on each other, okay? Like, don't accidentally do this side because it's not going to work. Where's my mod? Here's my Mod Podge. Let's go ahead and get some Mod Podge out. And let's put these together. I'm super excited to see how these come to life. Novalie, no. Don't chew on the cord. No, 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 no. No, no. Novalie, stop. I need a squirt bottle. Don't glare at me. All right. let's go ahead and put some scrapbook paper on these. And if we want, we could go ahead and do the iron method on these, but I actually think we'll be okay. I'm going to do that one there. Let's do one here. You guys, these are cute. These would be cute hung inside. And that's actually, I think, what I'm going to do with them. Hanging in a window. How adorable would that be? That's what I think we're going to do. We're going to put those just there like that. At least you won't be putting them upside down, right? And I'm getting your piece cut today for you, Marissa, so it'll go out. I mean, I have definitely put stuff together wrong too. And that stick fast, especially if you're using the stick fast or super glue of any kind like that, it's not oops, it's not going anywhere. Like it's there to stay. Let's do one over here to get some of this darker color. So we got some blues and greens on this one. Hold on. So we got some blues and greens on this one. Let's do some blues and purples on this one. And then maybe just do right in here in the middle. That might be pretty. Yeah, like a little mobile. This is kind of like a mobile that you would put over a nursery bed or something like that. Yeah, that's a great way to think of it. But I'm going to put them, you can put them by your plants. Now, like I said, you can put these outside only if they're covered, you guys. All right, now we got these two. No, we need a Mod Podge on the front because the front is what we're going to see. Oh, it's double-sided, so it doesn't matter. I get what you're saying. That's why I'm doing it, because it doesn't matter what side I put it on. Yeah. So I was like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? Yes, you didn't know the paper was double-sided. Otherwise, yes, you would Mod Podge on the back. The back of your paper. All right. Subscription boxes are going out soon, you guys, and they are adorable. I'm super excited to do those with you. We're going to put that one there. How was everybody's weekend? Ours was pretty chill. Like, it's so weird to feel like Brian and I's life on the weekends is like empty nesting because Parker has a job now. And, if he's not at baseball, he's working, and it's so weird. I'm like, is this what life is going to feel like? Is this seriously what our life is like now? That just makes sense now in Maryland. You were probably like, what is this girl doing today? All right, let's go ahead and cut this because we can use this later. And we can use this. While we have our Mod Podge out, we should just go ahead and do these. We're going to do that. While we have our Mod Podge out, we'll do these. So let's plug our iron in so we can make these a little bit. Uh, let's see. Oh, the weekend wasn't long enough. Oh, amen to that, right? Is it ever really? You won first prize at the Kentucky Derby with your hat. That is so awesome, Debbie. And you won a lottery ticket, a $10 scratch off and won a $5. That is so much fun. Well, it sounds like you had an amazing weekend then, my friend. You guys, I don't think I've ever watched I have something to tell you about the Kentucky Derby. We've never really watched it. It's not, I'm in Kansas. Like, it's never been a thing for me. Not that I ever remember. Anyway, like I said, Parker was at work. And so we went and ran and got some flowers because you guys, did you see my video this weekend with Big B and the flowers? You guys, I think he likes flowers more than me. And that's a lot. I absolutely love it though. So we went and got flowers and we went to eat lunch somewhere. And we're going to let this dry because we're going to do the iron method on it. And we're going to do that to all of these. So let's go ahead and get all of these. I'll put these up here. Um, okay, we went to lunch and I don't typically like I try to steer away from desserts because I mean, that's just the way it is. But I went to the bathroom and they were having Kentucky Derby specials at this restaurant. And so I went to the bathroom and then I come back and then they deliver a dessert. And I was like, "Ooh, what is this? This looks delicious." It was a pie and you guys, it tasted like a cookie dough pie. Like it was cookie dough in the pie, and then there was ice cream. I've never tasted such a thing, and I was like, "Is this a thing?" Um, he's so tall. I love it. I love it. Um, we I've never tasted such a thing in my life, and I love cookie dough, and I was like, "Well, this is heaven." And they only serve it on the Kentucky Derby. No other day of the year do they serve it. And so then I was like, well, I wonder if that's a thing, like cookie dough pie. So for those of you that know about the Kentucky Derby, let me know because there wasn't a ton of things that I could find online for a cookie dough pie. I couldn't find a ton, but then like there were a couple things, but it wasn't the cookie dough pie recipe that I was eating. It was so good. It was legit cookie dough in a pie crust, and it was heaven. And you guys, Big B, he's diabetic. So he's like, I will take one bite, but I can't eat it. You got that whole pie to you. And let me tell you, I ate a good majority of that pie. And that's saying something because I don't usually do that. It was so good. Have you guys ever had a cookie dough pie? Oh, man, I love cookie dough anyway, so that was awesome to me. It was so awesome. All right. We're gonna be working on like, let's see, we have the bird trio to do. We have our little layered plaques that we're doing. We have our daisy and ants that we're gonna do too. He does like purple flowers, Brenda. He's like, we have so much purple. And I'm like, that's because you buy purple all the time. He's like, well, I like purple. I'm like, well, then we're gonna have purple everywhere if you keep buying purple flowers. It is a hard choice to say no to, Debbie. He's been struggling though with his he's been struggling a little bit with his sugar. I mean, he takes Manjaro. He's been on that for a while, but he's just been struggling a little bit. So he's like, I don't want to up my dosage, so we need to just lay low and chill for a while. This is in our shop. Okay, we're going to be jumping all around today, so I hope you guys are with me. I hope you guys are hanging in for the chaos today, because we're going to jump from this. We're going to jump to the bird trio. We're just going to jump around today because I have a lot of stuff I want to create for you guys, and so I thought, well, why not? Let's just do it. Um, I love. You guys know I love Nicole's paint, but I don't have a yellow that I want, so I'm going to actually use. I think this one. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one. It's called Sunshine Yellow. The devil with a crust. That's so funny. It was so good. I mean, it was divine. It was divine. I've never tasted anything like it. I think I probably got too much yellow on here. That's all right. We're gonna go with it. Nope, we're not. We did get too much on here. We're gonna put some back in here. So like I said, she said they only do it at Kentucky Derby time. Like that's the only time it's ever on their menu. And so I was like, this has to be like a staple during the Kentucky Derby then. But I couldn't really find a lot of information online about it. So I don't know. All right, we got lots of paint here. Looks like we are going to probably have to do 2 coats of this yellow. Yeah, we'll do 2 coats. Oh, you guys, if we could get some prayers for one of Parker's baseball friends, um, plays varsity. And last Thursday, he pitches. Last Thursday, the kid hit a ball, like he pitched it, the kid hit it, and it was a line drive right back to the pitcher and hit him in the face, and it knocked 4 teeth out, you guys. Prayers for him, please, because I mean, that's terrible. Terrible, terrible. So definitely, we would love some prayers for that, for one of Parker's friends. All right, this does have some etched lines in it for like shiplap, and we'll kind of make those show up again as soon as we're done with all the paint. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you. I know that he will appreciate it. He's gonna have to go back in braces to try. I don't know the whole thing that they're doing. I need to talk to his mom. You know what? I don't know that we are going to have to use a second coat. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have to use a second coat. Thank you, you guys. Uh, we'll just do a quick second coat. We'll just do a little bit. How about that? Anyway, so we had a good weekend. It was just kind of just different when your kids start getting a little bit older and having jobs and doing all the things besides hanging out with mom and dad, you know. Parker's best friend is a senior. So Parker's a sophomore. Parker's best friend is a senior, so he's graduating this week. It's that time of year. Little chunk of something there. This yellow is going to look really cute with the little ant on top of it. Oh my goodness, it's going to really be adorable. All right. Something in my paint there. All right. Let's let this dry. And then let's go back to another project while this one's drying. All right. I think we're done with that color. I think we're going to be done with that color. We can go ahead and put it away. All right. Let's cut our. Actually, let's go ahead and just iron them real quick, just to make sure they're adhered really well on our little birds here. So remember, if you are in the VIP group, we are going to be live tonight on Zoom, okay? And we're going to do our paint night on Zoom. Let's cut each of these out. I probably should have done that first, but. So the only thing that may make this a little tricky is that little notch at the bottom. It's going to make it sit pretty tight since there's scrapbook paper on it. But we're just gonna have to make sure we get all of that out of that little notch. Otherwise, it's gonna have a hard time sitting in the little swing. There we go. All right. Let's put some sanding stuff on our little sander, and let's go ahead and sand all these off. Oops. Oh, there's already one on there. Duh. So like I said, we are going to have to etch that out a little bit, but we'll use our sander to do that. Let's go ahead and just get all these sanded for now. And then what color should we paint the little swings? Should we just do them like black? I don't know. And you could definitely paint these too. I found this scrapbook paper for something else and was like, oh my goodness, those would be so cute on the birds. All right. See how we have that little notch there? Is that a little bit bright for you guys? I feel like that might be a little bit bright. Let's zoom it down just a little bit. Okay, you see that little notch there? We're going to have to make sure that's really, really, that you got all your paper out of it, okay? Who's ready for Mother's Day? Does anybody have any plans for Mother's Day? I would love to know that. I think we're going to take my mom to breakfast and plant shopping. Plant shopping on Saturday. Hold on, let me use this little one right here. There we go. Look at that cute little bird. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness, you guys, this looks like it was set up perfectly because it looks like his belly is pink and then his body is blue. Oh, that's perfect. Hold on, we're getting sand in that. That's perfect. Okay, this is the same one as that one, I think. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Nona, you were stranded on the side of the road? A 2-year-old and a month-old? Oh my goodness. I'm so glad you're home now. That's no fun, man. Oh, that's perfect. So I'm just folding this in half and kind of getting right there in the middle where that little crevice is, okay? Perfect. That's perfect. Man, car troubles are the worst. Oh, that goes down there. Hold on, I was trying to sand the whole wing off of that one. So the new things that released today are these little birds. which are stinking adorable. And man, we are roughing up our sandpaper for sure. And the little ant and daisy things that we're going to paint here in just a second too. We're just going to paint them both. All right, we got two more. I think it's going to be absolutely gorgeous weather this week. I hope it is where you guys are. I'm just been, man, I love being outside. And I don't function very well if I cannot be in some sun sometimes. I definitely thrive on sunshine for sure. Man, we are definitely beating the heck out of this sandpaper. Let's turn it around. We got one more to do here. All right, check those out. Those are adorable. Oh, you're not at home yet? Oh, Marissa, napkins would be gorgeous on these. Napkins would be absolutely gorgeous. His mom came to get us, and you're following the two trucks, Nova. What a way to end a wonderful week. I'm so glad it was a wonderful week, though. I'm so glad that it was a wonderful week for you. How far away from home are you? So, Winona, you live in Alabama, right? Is that right? Alabama? And she traveled to Arizona. Was it your niece's graduation? I can't remember. All right, let's clean these up just a little bit here. Let's get in the middle of this one. All right, let's clean up our mess here. These are going to be so cute. Actually, before we go on, we should just go ahead and do the rest of the Mod Podge. On our, let me move this out of the way. On our little pieces here. Let's do it before we move on. That way we can get the Mod Podge done, the sanding done, out of the way. So we have three pieces for this one. We have the big one, and then we have three that are like this, okay? You used the wrong one, rough or soft. So you want like an 80 grit. A low number is going to work harder, okay? So if you have thick scrapbook paper, you're going to want to use a lower grit like 80. The higher the number, the finer sanding you're going to be able to have, okay? So like a 220 is going to take you a lot of arm strength to get off maybe thick sandpaper, okay? I hope that makes sense. So the lower number is more grit, well, thicker grit, okay? So it's going to be more rough. And then the higher number is it's going to be finer, okay? Hopefully that helps. You're renting a car for the live. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. We're like 2.5 weeks away now. We're like 2.5 weeks away. It's going to be here before we know it. All right. So I think for this big one, maybe that one. Maybe that one. Ooh, maybe that one. Oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and just do a watercolor. So we're going to use this one. because I'm going to save some of the floral ones for um, projects that we actually want to use some flowers on. So all these flower ones, I'm going to save. Although that one's so pretty. This one's gorgeous. All right, here's two more watercolors. So there's one. There's another one. Okay, let's try these three. All right, so this one, let's get this mess out of the way first so we don't get yellow paint on everything else. Cheryl, are you in the group? So as far as clothes, casual, okay? Casual, we are going to be at the house. I might go on like a couple walks to get my 30 minutes of walk in, and you're welcome to join me for that if you want to do that as well. Um, the watercolor prints are from Amazon. James always calls me on Mondays at noon. Hold on. So I can put these in my Amazon section. I don't think I did before I jumped on here. So I'm just going to put this one right here on the edge. We're just going to iron this right here. That's what we're doing. All right, let's iron this down. It is called Ruffle Daisy Live. If you send me a message, I can send you a link to it for sure. Oops, did I iron that down? All right, let's go ahead and sand this one off. Has anybody grabbed these tiles? You're visualizing many things with them. I know. These are beautiful papers. I was trying to find some watercolor papers when I was at Hobby Lobby, and I wasn't happy with anything that was there. And so I just got online and was like, we're going to find them there. So look at that. Now look at that. Look at that. That is so pretty. Just so, oh my goodness, that's so beautiful. Look at that. How cute would these be for a little girl's room? Let's glue this together. That's adorable. They are a good thickness. Yes, they're not like hold on. They're not like paper. They are a little bit thicker. Well, I have a hole that doesn't want to come out, or I have a clogged hole. It's not really clogged, but it feels like it. Okay. Now it's probably too big of a hole. And now it's not at all. There must be something clogging it. Let's try it again. All right, there we go. It's perfect now. Go on, Nova. Go on. Go. Get. There is something in it. Hold on. Well, let's go ahead and just cut it a little bit. I don't know. Let's try it now. Why? It comes out and then it doesn't want to. Let's do this. Let's try and take it off. That's what I'm thinking. If I can get the cap off. Maybe I can't get the cap off. My mom is going to yell if I use my teeth. Uh, I hope she wasn't seeing that. Well, it doesn't feel like anything's in it, but let me find. I think it is clogged. Oh, what do I have? You're texting your mom. I don't remember the name of the paper, but I can post it for you. Yep, there was something in it. Don't tell Mama Judy that I used my teeth. Debbie's gonna text her. All right, now I have a bigger hole, but oh well. Let's do a little bit in the middle. We don't need a ton. Oh, that's so pretty. So what I'm gonna do is, you see how the edge is brown and white? I'm going to, once this is dry, let's go ahead and clamp it together on the four corners. Once this is dry, I'm going to go turn it over to where you're spray painting it like this and get all those edges with spray paint. And then it'll look like a completely finished piece. You guys, these are fun. You could do these. It comes with all of them. So you get this one and then you get the 3 mini ones. And you could do these in Christmas colors. You could do these in just, man, so many different colors and styles. You could do them for different rooms. You could do black and white. You could do red and white. Man, so many different ways that you could bring those to life. But look at that. I love that. You love the little clamps. They're perfect, aren't they? So we have 3 here. Let's just use this one. This is the same one we used for our birds. And maybe we can just use these. Think that we can get them all 3 to fit on here so we don't have to use 2 of those. Let's see if we can. Look, perfect. Looky there. That's perfect. All right, let's iron these down and then we'll sand them. And then we'll go back to our birds. So I need your guys' help though. I need to know what color should we paint the little swings, the little pedestals that they sit on. What color should we do that? We got pinks. Most of them are pink. I really love this one. It's like the belly. I know it couldn't have worked out better, right? All right, let's cut these apart and we'll sand these now. I think we should do a brown. Let's do like a brown stain. I think that would be good. A brown stain. Look at that. These are all going to match so beautifully. Winona, how far is it from you to Wichita, where our event is? How far of a drive is it? And Cheryl, how far are you away? Do you know? I know we do have a couple. I didn't do both sides of the birds. However, I did do both sides of the birds. Does that make sense? Let me show you because they're two pieces that stack on each other. So I did two birds, but not two sides of one bird. Does that make sense? I'll show you. Let's glue these down. Look at that. Let's see which one of these looks good. Ooh, I like that one there. Oh, look how pretty those are. Those are so pretty. A light brown or medium stain. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're going to do that. I'm going to use all these thick areas right here to do some glue. And then let those sit. Look at that one. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness, I love it. I think I know exactly where I'm going to put these. 6 hours? Okay. I wondered. There's a couple ladies that are flying in. 6 hours isn't bad. Look at this one. Isn't that gorgeous? These would be cute. Like if you bought this whole set, these would even be cute to like resin and you could use these as little coasters. That would be cute. And you don't have to do the front of them white. That's just what I did. Look at those. Those are so gorgeous. I love those, you guys. I've been waiting to do those with you guys, and it's just one of those things that we kept doing other things. All right, let's do these now. So I think actually I'm thinking let's mix a couple colors, okay? Window down in prime country, and I'll be there in no time. I love that, Cheryl. You are my girl. Like I need them yesterday. Aren't they gorgeous, Debbie? They're so gorgeous. So I'm going to take Nicole's teepee color. Whoops, probably don't. Well, we might need that much. And I'm going to mix a little bit of this fudgesicle with it. Let's see what that looks like. And then we'll paint these. And I think we'll do them all the same color. Let's see. Trying to find the best brush I want. We'll use this one. I'm going to sing all you want, my friend. Okay, I think this is a perfect color. Look at that. Can you see that color? And we're going to do, we will have to do both sides. No, we don't. We just have to do one side. Well, let's glue them together before. Yeah, let's do that so we can paint all the edges. Let's glue them together first. Now these, you want to make sure that they're glued together perfectly, because if they're not, your little notch down here is going to be off. So you don't want that. All right, is that perfect? We're just going to call that good. Now let's do this one. So these have little holes in them, so you can put some string in them. 7 hours for Tori. Tori's driving the freeway for the first time. A lot of One Direction music. I love it. That's so funny. Sherry, my mom is coming. So Parker will likely be working, and Big B is going to stay here with Parker. So just Mama Judy. All right, now we can paint these. All right, let's go back and paint this one now. And then we can paint all the inside edges so they just look perfect. Love the way Nicole's paint covers all these edges. They are perfect. So if you like this color, I mixed the teepee. I'm going to have to go back over. My fingerprints are all over this thing. The teepee and the fudge sickle is what I used. All right, I think that's a really good color, especially just for my house. I think that's a really good color. All right. Kim, how are you? Having a great Monday. I'm excited to go open the garage as soon as I'm done here and get some orders out, run the laser. I love just the sunshine, you guys. It is my happy place. Okay. So I have one side done on this. We'll wait and do the other side when that top side dries. Hopefully we don't have to mix any more paint up. I think we might sand these down a little bit too. All right. Let's call that good real quick and let's sand these down or dry them. Your hubby started using the paint from Hobby Lobby. He loves it. Yes, I absolutely love it, Sherry. Debbie. So I put her link in my link tree. If you comment Daisy Love, there is now a link there that says Afraid Not Paint. So you can just click directly there and grab it. I'm glad your hubby likes that, Sherry. That Crafters Collection paint is really good. All right, those are dry. Let's go ahead and clean up my fingerprints on this one. There's fingerprints right there. Maybe they were there somewhere. Let's make sure we have good coverage on the inside too. All right, I think that one's good. So now let's paint the back of this one. Because remember, these are going to be hanging. You got to paint both sides. And you guys, I think we are going to have to mix some more paint up. Maybe not. We might get lucky here. No, we're probably going to have to use 2 coats. Or I'm sorry, mix more paint. All right, let's let that sit there. Let's mix a little bit more because I don't have enough here. And a little bit of fudge sickle. I think it's going to be absolutely beautiful here all week in the 70s. Perfect. Get out and enjoy it, my friends. Okay. It's kind of a messy project when you're painting all the sides, but okay. All right, let's go back to this one and make sure, because this one I think is done. Look at that coverage. I think that's beautiful. Let's go on the inside a little bit. Look, so all of the edges now are painted. Let's dry up these some more. So one thing that you could do, if you don't want that dark edges on your bird, you could glue your birds together and then scrapbook paper them. That way your edges have some color on them. They're just going to be brown on mine. I think it'll be fine. But if you don't want that look, then you can definitely paint them first. Glue them together and paint them first, just like this. These. Let's go ahead and get the inside of this one a little bit too. All right. I think those are good. Let's try to clean up our mess a little bit. Gross, gross, gross. Does it all over my hands. Painted my fingernails, and some days I ask myself, why? All right, let's try these. This one I think is good. These are going to be very snug when you put them in, so you shouldn't have to glue the birds in there, okay? If you're worried about it, you can, but you shouldn't have to glue the birds, especially because there's paint in them now, and that is giving a little bit of making that spot a little bit thicker. So we're going to have to kind of really maneuver to get our birds down in there. All right, let's glue our birds together. So these two go together. Now you can see Dixie. See how you have that color and that color. And maybe we could even take a pin. We'll do that. We'll use a paint pen and do the edge like this color maybe. We'll find a paint pen that works. Now these also have to be just right, okay? Because that little notch is it's cut just to fit in there perfectly. I could probably use my clamps again. Let's take them off of this because we probably don't need them. Let's go ahead and make sure that they're all tight. All right, let's find a brush or a marker that might look good on the edges of that. Maybe this one? That one? Mm, let's see if that one works. I don't know if it's going to cover it up a lot, but it is going to make it a little bit more like less noticeable. And again, we might have to do a couple coats on it, but see how it's that looks really good. It just takes that dark away just a little bit. Now, if you want it more, you could definitely do 2 coats. Just makes it a little bit softer. There we go. Perfect. Those are so cute. I don't think I have, there's some paper stuck in there a little bit. These are going to be cute hanging by some plants in your house if you have plants inside. But remember, I wouldn't do these outside, okay? I mean, if you want to put them outside, just they're not going to last through several seasons. And just make sure that, well, number one, I would spray seal them, but just remember to put it under like a covered porch. They're not going to withstand in rain and all the elements of the weather. Oh, you have to take a work call. So could you make 6 if you didn't double them? So the notch in here is for 2, for the depth of 2. Okay. Oop, I just wrote on my paper. You can't really tell though. Yeah, you do have to use the depth of 2 for the let's do one more time on here. Oh, gorgeous. This was like the perfect color. These paint pens, if you comment Daisy Love, it will send you to my link tree with links of all the things. And there is a section there that says Amazon. And these are the first thing in the DIY section on Amazon. Okay, Teresa? They're in the first section there. There's a couple different paint pens there. I use them all depending on what I'm doing. Just depends what I'm painting. I have a certain paint pens I like for when I'm doing certain things. But this type of tip is great for the edges on here. All right, oops. Let's put these together. These are going to be adorable. Oh, I want to sand the little birdhouses though. These. Let's use some new sandpaper. Ah, if you didn't double the birds, you could make, oh yeah, you mean like to not even stack these? Yeah, totally. So I feel like I should have done a little bit of different sand scrapbook paper. All my birds kind of look the same. They're all kind of pink. So this one is pink and purple on both sides. That one's pink and purple. This one has some of the, this one's cute. I think that might be my favorite. These would be really cute to do for Mother's Day. It's a good idea. All right. Now let's put them together and see what they look like. I'm so excited. It's going to rain in Rockwell today and tomorrow. Do you need it? I know, right? I mean, we do need the rain. It's rained here quite a bit, though. It has rained here quite a bit. Right? There's a family. It's all right. All right. So now this is where they may get a little bit snug. But this little notch right here, this little notch right here is what is going to sit in the little notch here. And we are going, it's going to be very snug, but it's going to work. Ta-da! How adorable that little bird is in there. Oh my goodness, that's cute. Look, it is not going anywhere. Okay. I didn't glue it. You don't need to glue it. It doesn't go all the way down. Okay. You can see there's a little bit of a lip there. Look how adorable. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's just throw it everywhere because I'm getting excited. Those are so precious. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's get this done so we can put some hangers on these. And we're just going to hang them with some string. Those are snug in there. Look at that. Absolutely precious. You get little birds in your perches now. And like it doesn't matter which bird you put in which one. Okay, they're all going to fit. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I got sand on this one. Hold on. Let's wipe them all down since we sanded them. Look how precious that is. Oh my goodness. Now, we could hang them with whatever we want. Any string. I think I'm going to just use this brown. Kind of go with the theme. Mm, look how precious that is. I think I'm going to figure out where I'm going to hang them before I attach these because I don't know. Like, I might want it super long. Like, if you hang them all together and you could hang them at different like heights, that would be really cute. Yes, you could put some flowers and greenery in here. So cute. Let's see if we have anything we could do. And so, let's see. Think some stuff we can use. See. Bear with me. We are just going to cut up something that I have. Just to give you some ideas. Look, we can pull some of these off. Oh my goodness, look how precious that would be with a little bird. Oh my goodness, look how adorable that would be. Hot glue that in there, or even like this. All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do those. And I gotta turn my glue gun on now. Because I really like these up here like that. Like, how cute is that? Like that. So precious. All right, we're gonna let our glue gun heat up before we go on to that step. Are y'all ready to hang in there with me for a little bit more? I don't think we're gonna get this other one painted, but we are gonna paint this one. Oh, did the wrong one. Hold on. I scratched it a little too much. Let's go ahead and fill that in there. All right, we'll go back to that one since I messed that one up. It can't decide if it wants to rain or snow. Oh my goodness. I'm definitely done with the snow. So I'm just making these lines show up a little bit more. I think Nova's meowing at something. See how it's making those pop out a little bit more? You can probably see better there. I would be done with the snow, my friend. I would be done with that, especially in Arizona. Does it usually snow this late in Arizona? Let's dry this up real quick. There we go. Thank you, Laura. They're adorable. They are in the shop now. All right, now let's paint our, I think we're going to use all paint pens on these. So let's go ahead and paint our little ant black. So we talked about ants last week and how we can learn from them. Did anybody look up Proverbs 6? And that's where it talks about um, being like an ant, storing up for the future. Look how cute he is. He's adorable. All right, so I'm going to paint my flowers white. And we're going to do our watermelon. So your watermelon has a little notch here that you might see. There's a little notch in the watermelon, and that is going to go right on the ant's hand so it looks like he's carrying it. Okay. You've had snow in Oregon in July. Deb said they've started cleaning the pool. No more snow. I agree. Man, I would love to have a pool. Late May, we had no snow most of the winter, and then spring hit, and we're getting a lot of snow. Interesting. Interesting. All right, so I think we're going to do this frame black. Let's go ahead and paint it black. Making sure it's covering good. All right, there we got our black. And I think I'm going to use a green on the edge in here. So you're going to have a green that kind of outline or goes inside the black. And let's see. Let's do this green. That is not really the green I want. Actually, I think we are going to go with that. It's more like an aqua color, but I like it. But you could use a regular green if you wanted. And then we're going to do the whole frame. That's going to look really good behind that, on top of the yellow background that we did. So I'm using Grabie, Grabie. They are in my Amazon shop. I have a couple different paint markers that I use. Hold on a second. There's something on my wood there. Let's just sand that off. I don't know if it is going to go away. All right. Oops. You can still see that where I scratched it. That's okay. I think if we put it down here, you won't be able to see it as much. No, I think it needs to go to the top. Actually, I think it just needs to be sanded. Maybe put a little bit more paint in there. Actually, I don't think you're going to be able to see it now. All right, so this is going to go here. It's white there? Oh my goodness. Oh man. I mean, I love the snow, but mm-mm. I live in Kansas for a reason. Well, I question why I live in Kansas when it's freezing here. I do question it, but I do love being able to see the experience the four seasons. I do love that. All right, and this one is going to set right inside here. Look how good that looks. I love it. All right, these need to be white. And then we need these. And our little ant is going to be right here. So let's go ahead and put our ant right there. And then this is going to be fitted right there. Oh my goodness, I love it. Isn't that precious? Oh my goodness. All right, we need white. Let's use a big white paint pen for these. That way they get really good coverage. So I will tell you, white paint pens, I prefer Posca or the Thule Art versus the other acrylic markers. It's just a brighter white. And somebody asked me the other day, they were like, how do you keep your paint off your edges? And that's hard to do. But this is one way because you're not going to get paint on the edges like you do when you're pushing a sponge down on it. I think that was Marissa that asked that. I was afraid. No code for these today, unless you're in the VIP group and you need to go use that code that's over there. Let's see how these need to go on because I think they only fit a certain way. Maybe they don't. I'm going to go ahead and paint these just in case any of them show through. This would be cute with a ladybug too, instead of an ant. That would be adorable. I like that. And you still cover them with black paint after painting? Yeah. Let's see. They do fit perfectly. You don't need to paint the back. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. This one isn't on perfect. And I don't think I maybe have it on right, but we're just gonna go with it. We're just going with it. All right, so we need a green rind on here. Oh, I have the perfect green. We'll do like this lime green. Kind of like, it's like a sherbet color. Right there. Mm, I don't know that I like that. Hold on. You loving you some ants? Aren't they fun? I think we'll draw some seeds on here too. That might be fun. So cute. Oh my goodness. So we do need to put a little dollop of, oops, hold on. I just scraped that through my paint. Let's get that out of the way. There we go. Now it's not in our way. All right, we are going to put some black little seeds on there. It does look like sherbet, doesn't it? And we're going to put a dollop of yellow right in the middle of the flowers as well. We're going to use one of our dotting rods, just like that. This one might need to be bigger. So, okay. Oops. There we go. These are so cute. Let's grab our black paint pen now and let's do, I had a black paint pen. Oh, there it is. Let's do some little seeds. Little teardrops is all. That's stinking adorable. Oh, why'd I pick it up and drop it a few times? Because it'll kind of make that paint in the middle of my flower kind of flatten, because it was kind of like when I pulled the paint up, it was um like icing, like if you make the point on the icing, and so it'll make it fall down a little bit. And I'm going to do little dots on a few of these. Let's do some on these. And I think actually, I'm gonna do this. Those are so cute. Look. I do have glass on the workbench. Yes, Debbie. Yep. That's adorable. Look how cute he is. Oh my goodness. So much cuteness. I love it. And you guys, I'm thinking actually to put some. I just love polka dots. I love the polka dot background. Oop, I have a whole thing here I missed. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. It's probably kind of hard to see. Let me zoom it in there. Can you see the polka dots on there? Oh my goodness, that's adorable. That's so cute. I don't know that I like the I don't know that I like the white on this. We're gonna paint over it in black because I don't think I like it. Never know until you try, right? Let's do this one. Hello, Miss Nova. We may have to paint the whole thing again. Get your booty out of my face. Go. Yeah, I like it better with just the black frame. Especially since I added the polka dots in the middle. I think that was just a little bit too much for me. Yes. I think that's. Oh, we could put a dot and then. So it's a cutout, actually. It's a cutout. So there isn't a cutout in there. You could make it white though, but it's probably going to be hard to do. Yeah, that's going to be hard to do. So I'm just going to leave it. It's a cutout. You can tell there's an eye there. I think that's absolutely precious. All right, now our glue gun is heated up. So let's do. That's adorable. I like it. I use gravies or these. They are both in my Amazon link. Okay. Small smoke on the ant's face like he's happy he's got a watermelon. I love that. I love that. All right, let's glue. Here it is. I'm going to glue these two right here. And I'm going to leave that whole because I think I'm going to put a little bow on it. I want it to lay flat. So let's do this one right here. Do the other one on this side. Is it going to stay? How's it not staying? Why aren't those staying? Well, let's try it again. Okay, now they're staying. I don't know why they weren't. And then we could put, oh my goodness, those are precious. Those little birds. Oh my goodness. You could also put them up here. Let's try that on one of them. Okay. So let's try that. You can put them up here on the top like this. Let's try that. All right. I don't know that I do like them on the top. I think I like them on the front because then you can cover that up a little bit with your, we're going to go ahead and do this one, but I'm not going to put strings in the other one because remember, I don't know where I'm going to hang them yet. So I need to see how long to make them. So let's go ahead and do this one. I don't know. We'll just make this one this long. So let's tie a bow here. Oh, the clamps on them would have worked too. All right, so we have a bow. And then we can just make that bow cover up and glue it right there. Just like that. See how the bow covers it? Maybe. Actually, I think we're going to do a knot and then we'll just make a bow for there. That's what we're going to do. Ooh, that's a good idea. That is a good idea, Debbie. Hanging them off like the umbrella. That's a really good idea. Let me get a good knot in this one. All right, now I'm going to put the knot towards the back. And then you can tie on the front a bow. Let's just make a bow. And then we can glue it on there. That. Oh, that's perfect. Just like that. Oh, perfect. Look at it. How precious is that? That is the cutest thing ever. Look at those. Those are so cute. You could decorate both sides if you wanted, for sure. Absolutely. Let's put on this one. Those are so cute. I have no clue where I'm going to hang them, but those are adorable. Oh, I just absolutely love those. You can't come over here. Okay. But you could also put like flowers on them like this. Look at that. We got to do that. Let's do it. Let's find another one. Should we put 2 on this one? Well, that doesn't lay right. There we go. Just like that. Does that look okay? I don't know if I like those on there. I don't know. I think they need to be smaller. I mean, we could just do like one little thing of them. I don't know that I like those. Here's one that's a big one. That one might look good there. I don't know. I don't think I'm digging these. So, Marissa, this was in my shop a long time ago. Yeah, so I'm just pulling off of it. Just grab some from Walmart or whatever, and I just take it apart. Okay. Oh, the wings of the birds. We do need to paint the wings of the birds. Yes, the birds do have wings. So this bird has this wing. See, we do need to paint those. Let's paint them and put them on. Except, what color should we paint them? Let's use a paint marker. And let's do we have a purple in this one? Let's do a light purple. Because this one's purple. I completely forgot about the wings. Thank you. But play around with them. You can do greenery. You can do flowers. You can do all kinds. All right. So this one's going to go on this one. And this one. Let's do a pink on this one. And that one's this one, I think. Yep, that's this one. Actually, let's do yellow. Yellow. That's Big B's favorite. I love it. I love that you guys know that's his favorite now. He does. He's like, we have a lot of purple flowers. I'm like, well, honey, that's what you keep picking when we go getting flowers. All right, we might have to do a second coat on those. And we might on these too. Let me. Nope, I don't think so. They just won't dry yet. All right, let's glue these on. Let's just go ahead and put a dab of glue right there. Oh, the little wings are precious. However, I should have done them because I didn't do You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, don't you? We didn't paint the edges. So this one's going to be difficult, but we're going to do it. There we go. So just do it before you put it on, like this. There we go. Look how precious that is with the wing. The wing totally makes it better. Can't believe I forgot them. Thank you. Oh my goodness, those are absolutely precious. I think the purple wing is perfect for this one. It does look like lamb's ear, doesn't it? Yeah, it is. It has like a fuzzy coating on it as well. Okay, those look good. We'll do maybe a blue on this one. Let's find a pretty blue. I got the perfect one. All right, we're almost done. Holy moly, we've been on here for 2 hours, you guys. 2 hours. We've been chatting. Okay, we probably are going to have to put a second coat on that one. Let's go ahead and put this one down. Those are gorgeous, you guys. Oh my gosh. I mean, we've already been on 2 hours. Why not? Let's just keep going, right? Did I put the wrong color cap on the purple one? I sure did. I sure did. Thank you. I would have figured it out when I was. Look how precious that looks with the yellow wing on that one. And this side, it has the, ooh, that's going to be so cute. There's no yellow on this side, but look how it looks. Hold on. Let me get it on here. Those are precious. Oh my goodness. Adorable. All right, let's dry these, make sure. Yep, we're going to need 2 coats. Let's try to do one straight line. Oops. And now my husband's calling. He probably doesn't realize that I've been live because I'm usually never live for 2 hours, right? Let's see. Nova is ready to come over here. She keeps looking this way. She's like, why are you not paying attention to me? So these are going to go down like this. Can you guys see that? Those are precious. Oh my goodness, those are precious. Oh, and we still didn't do the edge. Darn it. Hold on. Now I need to not get glue on me. It is better if you paint the edges. Just do it before you glue it so you don't get glue everywhere. Okay. Oh my goodness, those are so cute. I love the blue. So I kind of like it that the wing color is like a contrasting color. I really like that. It makes it stand out quite a bit more. I don't think I am going to put eyes on them. No. I mean, if you were to paint them, the eyes are there, so you could definitely do that, but I don't think I'm going to. Let's make sure they are even here. Oh my goodness, those are precious. All right, here's this one. Look how adorable that is with the little blue. Oh my goodness, that's adorable. Y'all need to go grab these. These are cute. These would be really cute and fun for Mother's Day. I really like those. Those are adorable. Absolutely adorable. And then this one has the yellow on it, the yellow wing. And then this one, I really like the purple on it. So cute. Love them. There you go. Man, I put a lot of stuff out there for you guys today. You definitely want to grab the little bird little perches. They're adorable. It does come with a set of 3. I'm pretty sure it's $14 for the set of 3. This is 8. And the other little ant piece is no. This is 10. The other little ant piece is 12. Okay. So happy crafting. Happy Monday. I hope you have an absolutely happy week. Thanks for hanging out with me today. And I loved seeing you guys. All right. I will see you soon.